What is up, y'all? What is up, everybody? This is your amazing, incredible, angelic-like being, your guardian angel, your incredibly inventive, creator host, Christopher Michael Curtis Bowen, on this evening edition of the Christopher Bowen Show, the extension of Fire of Liberty and the four-fold projects, more or less, and the project reconfiguration. And a huge shout out to all the amazing things that are happening on so many fronts, especially in the medium frontier when it comes to strikes and bannings. On the greatness of just realization of fifth dimensional workings actually interacting with the fifth dimensional planetary self of Gaia and who we are in that communication and that development and all that communication that's actually just happening. Because what's happening is just seems like a lot of translating. Okay, so I was watching Alex Jones's show, and it just seems like a lot of translating. He was translating, which is a very, very good thing, translating for Soph. And it's just amazing just how inner power is just always powerful. And that how we're just connected just from love. I think that's why we're connected. Well, that's why we're connected, because of love, and what I believe is correct. And I want to attract love, and I do attract a lot more love to me, and I compound it. And I believe in the love of the heart, the power of the heart, and I love this heart, this multidimensional heart, this sacred heart, and it means a lot to me. And I love myself. I love my heart. I love my higher self. And I am aware of unconditional love, and then so, I just kind of radiate that out to all those beings. And, amazing thing also was, of course, the Joe Rogan show, and it just really gets, down to earth. The truly revolutionary thing about the amazing thing that just comedy is, it just seems like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't stepped into a single comedy club, or a club for that matter, yet. And gosh, I should really go to one. I probably shouldn't. I'm not that connected. Well, I should be connected. Inner and as within, so without. As above, so below. But I'm more connected to my internal reality. Is what I'm trying to say. However, the things that happened on the Joe Rogan podcast, what he was specifically talking about, was just the fact that how we can, the comedy is just so different nowadays, and I feel like comedy's been focused on now because it's a art form of joy, and that's the amazing thing that rang and that he was trying to say, which is amazing because that's it's a beautiful way to think, and he really got to consent his mind a little bit, and perhaps even in his heart space, when he says he has a lot of respect for other people, and he has a lot of respect for himself, and a lot of respect for self-defense and martial arts, and the art form of it, and the art form of, and I picked up on that art form a long time ago, art form of comedy, but still, the art form of, just art, just appreciating art, that's a huge thing that I do, that I have. Shout out to Alexis, and shout out to the artwork designed by Ethan, and those are amazing people, and those are just all amazing people, and so I haven't even gone into a comedy club yet, and performed comedy yet, and I feel like there's this amazing impact and spread of joy of just just impacts, just like I said, just exploding just exploding. That was the word I said so long ago. Just exploding into greatness at the speed of light. I'm so stern and so grateful and so honest and so real with myself, and I went through like a spiral today. I was thinking like anyway, I was thinking about just thinking about the body and just how you can think like, oh, I'm just gonna let the body rest for a while, and then you just go up and you let the body rest. Or you can just enter into the body whenever you want. It's so cool, dude. This is so thrilling. This is what it's all about. Just have that heart spark, that God spark, that goodness inside of you, and it just flows out. And I feel it like it radiates. Like there's tsunami waves of love, and I've just been coasting and surfing and creating and manifesting. There's so much manifestation going on. And there's so many things to manifest. There's so many things to talk about. There's so many things to talk there's so many things I like, and I was like, oh my gosh, dude. And at first, I approached emotions in a different way, because I have control over emotions, so I'm like, okay, this is an emotion I want to feel. Overpower that emotion. And if you notice, like, you felt that fluxation of the emotions. But anyway, yeah, it's just that pow of the emotion. So, like, I've been doing that, and it's just like a bunch of really cool stuff that you can do with emotions. And because there's emotions for each part of the heart, for each part of the. Now you know the emotion I'm talking about. Yeah, well, at least I mastered that emotion. Ouch. Okay, maybe not. I'm still working on that emotion. My heart responds so quickly. Anyway, gosh, I have that new song stuck in my head. It's such a good song, dude. I'm gonna add some new songs and new covers to it and stuff like that. But of course, the new song by Logic. Yeah, it's so awesome. You know the one I'm talking about too. I'm not gonna say the name. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna say the name. Homicide. It's such a good song. That's just what I'm saying, but I'm not gonna talk about it too much. Anyway, digressing. So yeah, it's all about creatorship and creating and developing. And I actually had ships just in creation, in development, from replicators, and I had different diameters, and those are being developed, and they're in amazing construction, as according to the broadcast that I've been recording since last year. What's really cool is I really want to unite with my inner Garthan family. I want to see them all. I want to meet them all. As such, like, I so want to go to Shambhala, and I've been just harping on it, and just harping on it, and just harping on it. But how and I question, like, how I get there, but there's no worries about how I get there. I just gotta blend into fifth dimensional reality. I gotta be patient. If anything, it's been revealed, and that's a great thing. I mean, that's what I've been talking about for so long, and now it's finally on blast. That I'm not ridiculous for saying in the military that there's an underground realm called Agartha, and that there's a capital city called Shambhala the Lesser, and a greater city called Shambhala, Etheric city called Shambhala the Greater, and that there's there's all these cool things. It's just so cool about that society, and there's so many things that I want to. I want to do. I want to ride on their hovercraft things. I want to go into outer space in their anti-gravity like ships. I want to go into the forest that has been touched by anything, and I want to see how they build without building upon nature. You want to see it all. It's so gorgeous, and the architecture is beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and it's so stunning. I have nothing but good things to say about it. What is there to worry about if that's the reality that's there? I can't tell you how patient I am. I mean, I love these little things. These things about YouTube, which I really love. Trust me. If I didn't discover this, think the world would be very different. Things would be very different. I just know that this technology is something that we need to utilize, and there's so much. We're in for a treat. I like surprises too. I gotta admit. What can I say? The world was a beautiful, strong, epic, bold, noble, lovable place. And it's amazing the character that you can anchor, cement, and really drive into the core of Gaia, just individually, as fifth-dimensional beings, or as eighth-dimensional beings, or as light beings, or as avatars, or as holders of the Christ consciousness, or as galactic beings, galactic leaders, or as universal beings, or as whoever we want to be, anything. This virtue, this valor, this acceleration, this leadership, it's so important. And the truth is, I mean, just like I'm just gonna put I'm gonna put Aerolite in blast. I feel like they're so right, though. And most importantly, it's true that we are making an impact on the light workers, making a huge impact. Light workers, light warriors, energy workers, we're doing it. We truly are masters of the life force, truly are masters of the self. And we recognize that because it's within. Within, it's all that love. Everything is within. And the amazing thing is not just within the self, but it's within the planetary self. It's so amazing. There's only things to celebrate and only things to have joy about, and only things to... that's what I said. I took the places because there's the things, okay, like if there needs to be some type of exciting timeline, like the CE5 film is coming out, I need to fundraise that. Let's get that fundraiser to me as soon as possible. And so that's what I've been doing today. And so obviously it's pretty clear I don't have age anything, which is why I was really big on music. So we did that whole audience thing, that big, huge conducting, that massive dance, and the huge workout. So that's all into music performance. And then, of course, there's the writing. There's so much writing, but it's important. And the writing goes into the effort, and it goes into a joy, which circulates, and you enhance that, and it maximizes. And I'm just working with the ley lines, just powering up ley lines, and just finding them, and attracting them, and pulling them toward me, and just yanking ley lines, and powering and showering energy. Just, mostly in me, just intaking energy, to be honest. Still, because I need energy. Still, there's consciousness is just awareness of the things that we come to recognize within ourselves, and we know the types of connections that we make with one another, and we make those connections, and it's a positive connection. It's deeply known, deep within the soul. And it's just evolutionary, and we're still evolving, and it's fun, it's great, it's productive, it's good, and we're making a huge impact. We're changing the world. I always say we're changing the world. That was something I used to say a lot. But the transformation is real. And I believe it. I believe in myself, and we're strong together. And I know for certain, once again, shout out to Soph. So many things that she's on point on. But once again, it just makes me really happy about the leadership. So say that I still wanted to do this 12-year campaign, then, it would be the leadership that I'm responsible for, and I'm responsible for leading, 10 years, decades. There's a 10-year difference between me and Soph. But yeah, I'm the one that's going to serve her, so that's great. In service to people like her, in service to the country, like really strong, brilliant, bright, young individuals. And once again, shout out to Braden, like amazing individuals who really, really talented at this certain field and art form that we can really experience full-on joy in and communicate and connect in ways that have never been done before. And that's what love in life is all about. And that's what I'm all about. And there's so much to know, there's so much to discover about the inner parts of people. It's like we're always upgrading somehow. Like smarter or faster or more maneuverable or more unique or wisdom or not doing the same thing over and over or not talking about the same thing or new habits or kicking old habits or kicking new habits or just it's all encompassing. It's vibrant. And I feel like deep down, the soul really wants to succeed. Everybody wants to succeed, and deep down truly feel that unity that we are all coming to. And the thing is, I know to be patient, but it seems like there's greatness arriving here. Like, I anchored. Like, I have a freaking insurance portfolio. Or an investor's portfolio. Investors. I forgot what it's called, but I have an investing portfolio or something like that. And I was just like, I can't believe I took the time to do this. I mean, I'm an extreme, I deserve love. And it's so amazingly true. Just life is so good. Always has been, always will be. As long as we remember that, then there's nothing to worry about. You can feel the shift in the air. You can feel the love. Sense the emotion. And that's what I want to bring up today. Like, there are major things that have to do with manifestation, life force energy, and and overall creational level development and creational level skills, and I just really want those abilities, and I know they're within me, and I want to awaken them, and I don't. It's like I don't know how to not release them, and it's amazing. Like my unity or my oneness with earth, fire, air, and water is strong because, and wood or earth. I guess wood is earth. It's getting stronger because we're made up of those elements. We're made up of those elements, which makes it easy to comprehend because we're just all the same elements. So that's another thing. Is our consciousness within ourselves. We have vision, we can see, and it's projected reality. It's so cool. I feel like this is a very strange analogy, but I feel like it's like plants versus zombies. Like, vision is like a description of what's happening, what's occurring, like the actual what's happening part of connection part of vision and seeing. You can truly feel the love. I don't know why there's lots of lung gaps and stuff, but that's usually not really what's in my show. But this show has a lot of lung gaps. And it's partly because I always give time for my audience to breathe, to let in, let out, because this is high level joy. And it will. I mean, joy is our birthright. Joy will hit you. And we need to remember that while still letting go. And so it is. With lots of love, I love you all. This is your host, Christopher Malcolm Curtis Bowen, and this evening edition of the Christopher Bowen Show. Magic in serenity. I love you all.